little bit of examples about the imagery and what you might expect. This is a study that went on for about 15 years in Nebraska or more. But we had planted 4 hybrids in continuous blocks. Within each one of these strips through the field or blocks, there were 6 different nitrogen rates. And what I wanted to show you is that the soybeans, they produce a lot of vegetation and a lot of greenness. But with corn, the strips down through here that have a lot of different colors, those colors are because of the nitrogen rates. In some cases, hybrids are more responsive to nitrogen than others. But nonetheless, there's a lot of differences in color, especially with corn, related to nitrogen. A little bit now about the resolution of imagery versus the combine yield map. What I've showed you here is on the left, this is color infrared image of an irrigated cornfield, center pivot irrigated. But in that color infrared image, you say, well, there's so much dark red, I really can't see very much. That's because the red is masking a lot of the other light that could possibly be reflected that tells us about the chlorophyll. That's why we process this into what we call a normalized difference vegetation index. And you'll see a whole lot more. You can see the concentric circles of the center pivot. You can even see in this case the positioning of the center pivot when the picture was taken. Now what I'm going to show you, and normally I would say this NDVI map would be very similar to a proxy yield map. I'm going to show you now what the yield map was that the farmer generated. We've lost an awful lot of the spatial resolution because the 8-row wide header on the combine, plus notice that the software used for generating the yield map used 5 colors. Now they tell us that the human eye is only able to detect between 5 and 7 colors in the same image. If you look over here on the NDVI map, this map is really generated with 3 colors: red, yellow, and green. And yet, we see a whole lot more with the NDVI map generated with the imagery. That's because the pixels are so much smaller. The pixels are 60 centimeters on the NDVI map, and over here on the combine, it's about 8 meters.